And we are back. We are back. We are back.
And I ain't got no enthusiasm. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, for the final segment of the of episode 206 of the Splashcast, Monday Night Raw, the perpetual disappointment segment called the NFL. Um, Cowboys cards, live look in. Cardinals are beating the Cowboys.
That boy had to come in with the clarification. Want y'all to make sure y'all hear me and hear me good. That is the Cardinals beating the Cowboys.
And I mean smoking them too, really on offense. Jacoby Brissett.
Handily.
Now they probably about to trick it off. But Jacoby Brissett.
If they trick this off, and I see the trick coming too.
It's happening. They about to throw it deep to George Pickens right here. 63 yards. What is it? 33? 67
Dak
yards.
start doing that running around looking like this, right?
But Arizona's defense looks
Cardinals,
good, man.
do not do this. Don't do this, man. But keep giving CD the ball because we need it. But
the Cardinals defense looks good, man. And Kyler, bro, I don't know where you about to go. CFL maybe? Because you look Jacoby Brissett looks. Shout out to Jacoby Brissett. He's made a career of making starting quarterbacks look foolish.
I think that he's a starting quarterback in the NFL. The only reason I think that he's not a starting quarterback is because he's black. Because everywhere he never goes anywhere he's not ever bad.
Yeah, but he ain't. I don't know if he's a difference maker. I don't
know. But he's not a game like you're right. He's probably not a difference maker, but also a lot of these guys are game losers.
He's a good game manager. He makes the right pass.
I think that if he was white, then he would be perfectly fine. Nobody loves anything more than a good white game manager.
Now?
Yeah, if you can get one.
Who?
I'm talking about the teams that are trying to stabilize themselves.
Oh, well, I don't think they want. I don't want to make it too racial. I don't think they want white at all. I think we in the era of the black quarterback, brother. I don't think they want that.
Honestly, this would been another guy who would have been perfect to be in Cleveland. I'm not going to lose you.
Jacoby?
Yeah. I'm not going to lose you a bunch of games. And at least I will once again keep your wide receiver one happy. And somehow still know Jameis is on nobody's team. But that's a whole different discussion.
All right. Here we go, y'all. The Atlanta Falcons lose to the New England Patriots. Hold on.
When I tell y'all, being an Atlanta Falcons fan is a real
additions out the way. Get all life. Off. Let's get it on off.
It's a life of tragedy. It's like it's literally, that can't possibly happen. You know who that's gonna happen to? It's gonna happen to us. You just wait for it to happen. And you always have this position where you have this foolhardy hope where you believe, you know what? Look at us turning it around. And as soon as you believe you're going to turn it around, what happens?
Cardinals. Strip, tackle. Fourth, recover. Yeah. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is probably the game. But yes, to get back to it,
the Falcons find a new way to hurt you every week.
I would have won the game, won this fantasy football. There's a word for what you said. You just said the definition. I'm gonna give you the word. It's called being a loser. You're a loser. Winners find ways to snatch wins from the jaws of defeat. Patrick Mahomes goes 40 yards in 7 seconds to force overtime to win the game. Aaron Rodgers throws a Hail Mary on multiple times. You just win. The Philadelphia Eagles, they just dominated. I can't even say nothing about them. They just dominated. But you have teams that are winners, quarterbacks that are winners, coaches that are winners. Losers snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. The Falcons,
Ain't no way he missed that extra point.
under Raheem, are losers. And I'm a Falcons fan, so I can say it, and you can't. Well, you can. You're a Falcons fan, but y'all can't. The defense, Jalen Walker, for all y'all that first off, we got to talk about the good. For all y'all that had something to say about Jalen Walker, and I get the injury concerns, it was at Georgia. But when he was playing at Georgia, every time he was on the field, he made an impactful play. Every single game, whether it was on special teams because he was behind all them other dudes that went to the NFL, or he played, even when he came in and they just said, oh, we don't know where we're going to play him at, rush edge or linebacker. He played both. Bro, this game, sack and a half, forced fumble. He almost had an interception. Literally got us the ball back to go back and win the game. Like, the defense had a bad quarter. They had a bad second quarter. They allowed 21 points, which means they only allowed 3 points in the second half. The defense played a hell of a game. One of the best games, or at least best halves I've seen us play. We stopped the run, and they like to run the ball. Ooh.
Yeah, you see it.
Ooh. They like to run the ball. We also watching this Cardinals Cowboys game. They like to run the ball. We stopped the run. We played well against the pass after Pops Douglas had that wheel route where we got out schemed, which was, that happens. But Jeff Ulbrich got the defense playing crazy and played well. Drake London,
3 touchdowns.
We told y'all he was a top 10 wide receiver. We told y'all, hey, he really might be top 5. I ain't gonna argue top 5 because what Jackson Smith and Jigba is doing right now is just insane. But
with 9 receptions, 118 yards, 3 touchdowns.
He almost won my fantasy football game against you by himself.
Correct.
Almost by himself. So
38.8 points, Lord.
He would have had more if it wasn't for a penalty. So it's like our offense played okay.
It's penalties. It's penalties coming off of penalties. Us getting delay of games off penalties, crazy. Poor clock management. It's just coaching things.
Yes.
And still more pistol. More pistol.
We threw the ball down the field, but now it's like we can't do both. We can't run the ball and get the passing game going. We either got to pick one or the other, right? We knew, and Raheem said we knew it was going to be tough running the ball against them because they're a fast defense. Bruh, we have Algier, bruh. Algier, right. Y'all keep running him off tackle instead of running him off guard is taking away his best attribute, which is running over people. Kyle Pitts,
2 carries is not enough carries.
This Ray McCloud loss. I know last week Ray McCloud wouldn't have done nothing against Miami. A third wide receiver this game would have been crazy. Because as good as I think Darnell Mooney could be, I think Darnell Mooney needs to be our slot guy. And I think that we need to have another receiver.
I can't say that we've managed the roster. We know that this receiver position hasn't been right. And for us to just not even attempt to fix it, because I think that Drake London's collarbone is still messed up. Not really.
I don't. I think he came back. I think he was messed up last couple weeks. I think this week he was perfectly fine.
Even so, say this week is the first week. Well, all the rest of these weeks, the wide receiver position was never addressed. And I think that's held us back. I mean, I think that also still being in the pistol is an inclination that we haven't really fixed anything wholeheartedly in the first place. So fire everybody because nobody wants to make an adjustment.
The coaching decisions, not getting the plays in. Let me tell you who's sitting back and laughing and pointing at y'all, which I really don't mind. Ray McLeod was why he reacted that way. But
Right.
It seems like he was the only one that kind of stood on business about, hey, this is not Ike Hilliard's fault.
Right.
This is a Zach Robinson's fault. And they fired Ike Hilliard for not being able to get the plays in.
Scapegoat.
And then we do stuff against like New England where we get a penalty and an automatic first down and then have to spend a timeout because you can't get the play in. After they restarted the clock. So if you did all of those things and you're still having coaching issues, our defense is young, so I'll give them a pass for the second quarter. It snowballed. Second quarter snowballed fast. But to have these issues, these same coaching issues of clock management,
you're taking away the opportunity for the young players to make mistakes because you're making mistakes that we cannot afford for you to make.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to get off coaching for a second. Michael Penix is young. He's essentially a rookie in terms of playing time. But you got to be able to keep your head in the midst of chaos. And it's a teachable moment. We get the ball back. We're down 24-23. We get the ball back. It is 2nd and 10. And I saw the safety clap, whether or not he heard it, and that caught the center heard it, and it caused the premature snap. The tape shows that the safety 100% clapped. He 100%.
You know that's against the rules too.
Yes. But even when that happens, to just throw the ball into the ground and then point, it's like, well, you caused intentional grounding in that moment, which then put us at 3rd and 20.
We get too many. I know they be killing them, but still, you can't piss away 2 downs.
Yeah, because it's a loss of down and a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the
every
foul.
time.
So now it's 3rd and 20, and we don't get any yardage. We don't have Zach Robinson. Don't got a 3rd and 20 play. I'm confident to say that he does not have a 3rd and 20 play.
He ain't got a 3rd and 10, 3rd and 3.
And I'm not gonna. Okay, I took a drink, so I'm trying to make sure I'm trying to stay focused on the point.
Moderation.
No. I didn't drink the whole. This is moderation. I didn't drink the whole show.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. This loss hurt me so bad when we missed that extra point. Because that
has nothing to do with Raheem, though. That was just loser shit. Like you. That's how you lose.
That hurt me.
Drake London makes a one-handed catch on 4th down.
No. But you don't miss the catches leading up. You had the 2 Bijan catches.
Yes. Bijan went crazy. Drake London went crazy. And I am going to bring it back to coaching here. Instead of, I know y'all are saying, if we get the field goal, you don't get the Jalen Walker strip sack that leads to a touchdown. I'm going to say, I don't know about that. You don't know what Jalen Walker was going to do. I know we lost by 1 point. And we could have kicked that field goal and we'd had 26 points instead of 24.
That has been a lot of my weekend, looking at decisions that coaches have made in the 4th quarter and thinking to myself, boy, in both cases, I would have loved to have those points.
Unfortunately for the Falcons, they now have to play the Colts, who have been awoken because they were upset by
the Steelers.
Oh,
Oh, we can go there next.
No, I'm kind of just talking at this point.
No.
Like we can go there. It don't matter. But
No. I want to go here next. The reason I want to go here, leaving the Falcons, is we got our ass whooped by the Miami Dolphins just one singular week ago. And then after they destroy us, they get destroyed by the Baltimore Ravens. And they immediately look just like the team we knew them to be from the very beginning, which makes me, oh, there goes the interception, which makes me even more concerned about my own team. Because how can we lose to a team that gets destroyed like this? You have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think you're afforded a mulligan. Ulbrich has not played terribly. Jeff Ulbrich has not coached terribly outside of now just 2 games. Both of which the offense did absolutely nothing.
I assume you mean Panthers and Dolphins?
The Panthers and the Dolphins. It's difficult to blame somebody when the offense doesn't do anything. Even against Tampa Bay, when we lost against Tampa Bay week 1, he's had the right defense called just about every time. When the Emeka Egbuka scored, Jesse Bates got baited. But if he had just stayed in his zone, that's a pick.
That one hurt.
Against San Francisco.
Yeah, dog.
Against San Francisco, like, yeah, they ran the ball at the end of the game, but we ain't do nothing on offense to stop them. Like they had 3 times as many plays as we had. Eventually, you're gonna get tired. Like, and even Miami, I ain't got it. Mike McDaniels put on a master class. I'm gonna flood the zone, and all we're gonna do is the zone. But most part, then they show
back up and look like this.
For the most part, Ulbrich has looked good. And unfortunately for the Dolphins, and fortunately for the Ravens, there is no we're not gonna beat the Falcons, is what the Ravens said. What everybody's saying now, we're not gonna beat the Falcons. We're better than the Dolphins, and we're gonna prove we're better than the Dolphins. And they pretty much ended the Dolphins' reign.
Monkey stomped them.
Dolphins is over with. And Lamar's back, and the defense is getting healthy, and the AFC North sucks.
It's amazing how you can start out that terrible and then just
start 1-6 and go win the division.
Hold my beer. I'll be right back.
I do that every year. I'll be hurt every year. I'll be hurt till the last part of the season. Why I gotta play? Because you got the Bengals who lose to the Bears. I have never seen a team lose like this. For the Bengals to put up 42 points.
Correct.
With Flacco.
Backup Flacco, which is crazy. This is what happens when you don't pay the players on your defense. You don't get them in so they can go to camp. When you really need just any level of defense, you can't get any because your team's not prepared. Then you lose a game that you have no business losing. And Bears, I feel 50-50. Y'all should not be giving up 42 points to the Bengals offense, but Joe can sling it.
Shit. Shout out to the Bears for winning this game. Colston Loveland. I know we talked about Tyler Warren for all being the best rookie tight end. Loveland out of Michigan has been cooking. Caleb finally, his running around in the pocket paid off. And it got him to the point where he can make the throw. He made the throw.
He's coming along.
But the Bengals, dog, the offense, and I've never seen this. The Bengals offense basically said, fuck the defense. Make one damn play. Jamar Chase was walking into the locker room and said, man, we just needed one fucking stop. Excuse my language, but I'm quoting now. I know I'll be cussing, but I'm quoting today. We just needed one fucking stop is what he said. Brown, the running back, said, bruh, the offense put the ball in the end zone. Just finish the fucking game. Quote.
No.
They were talking so breezy about the defense. The defense didn't even stay for media. They all left. The defense just left.
Defense didn't get there till the game 1. This is all admin's fault. Pay them guys.
I don't know, man. Shamar, I don't know now. Shamar Stewart got ran
Right. You want to know
15
why?
yards back on a quarter on a dive.
Because no camp. Because y'all want language in the contract.
Again.
Well, this is what it costs you.
Losers.
Losers.
This is what losers miss extra points. Losers give up 67-yard touchdowns with 15 seconds left after putting up 40s. Joe Flacco threw for 400-some yards, y'all. Joe Flacco was 40. He older than me. He like 41. He's older than me. And he threw for 400 yards.
Yep.
You can go there. I ain't gonna stay. I ain't got.
I was about to say, speaking of losers,
Bengals and Falcons, y'all should mesh, and then y'all can be one mid-ass team. Because to get apart, y'all some losers. Dolphins, Vikings. Hey man, JJ, how you feel about JJ McCarthy's performance?
It's interesting. It's interesting. I want to know if that's what is it sustainable? That's my biggest thing with JJ McCarthy. Are you going to be able to be good enough on offense to where people don't think that you are basically the Arch Manning of the Vikings? You're not dragging this team down. You're not what's holding them back.
Well, unfortunately for JJ, he just don't have no tape. But the games that he's played outside of the Atlanta game, right? I think he's only played like 4 games, right?
Right. Yes.
Outside of the Atlanta game, the 3 games he's played, he's been. I mean, he had 2 touchdowns. He had 3 touchdowns this game. He's been great. It's just, you don't know if it's a fluke or not.
You don't do. Okay, it's not that. We both don't trust it. You don't trust.
I ain't gonna say I don't trust him. We don't know. At Michigan, they ran the ball with Blake Corum and old boy Donovan Edwards. We don't know how good. The thing that JJ McCarthy, his draft tape is that his draft profile was that he's really good at anticipatory throws. He's good at out routes. He's good at throwing seams. He's good at throwing people open. What we've seen, including against this game of 27-24 upset against the Lions, motherfucker could throw some people open. He put the ball where it needs to be almost every single time.
I think that nobody believes it is sustainable. At least for me, in my gut, it's like,
who believes that a young quarterback is sustainable? I don't think anybody believes a young quarterback is sustainable.
Oh no, I 100% disagree. I think that if you look at that CJ Stroud season, they felt very sustainable. Your boy, we can go here next. I think that people are coming around on him.
The Panthers and the Packers? No.
Yes. Bryce Young and the Panthers beat the Packers 16-13. We talked about this on Saturday. I said, hey, man, watch these Panthers. They're a little bit better than expected. And there was a potential they could win this game. They've going from last year where ownership is basically blaming Bryce Young for them not being good to them winning kind of impressively some games this year. That's a quick less than 10-month journey.
No, it's not. They ain't winning because of Bryce Young. It's winning because of Rico Dowdell. That's who they're winning. That's who they winning because of.
Yeah, but I mean,
Bryce Young had a good game against the Falcons. Outside of that,
he's also putting them in position not to lose games.
No, he's not. What's the team? Stats? The stats on this game weren't good.
I personally think that he's done a pretty solid job of getting them out of a position to consistently lose games into a situation where at least in some games, you know what, the Panthers might be able to win this game. And that's what I went coming into this game thinking they could beat them. Will it be perfect? No. Will it probably be something you want to watch? No.
Why did you think they could beat them?
Between like what you have now in this offense between Dowdell and Ted and him, I think that at least it's a sustainable offense. Will it look good all the time? Absolutely not. But between that and what the defense does, I think it's reasonable for them to now be competitive when they play other teams.
Bryce Young was 11 of 20 for 102 yards and an interception.
Okay.
He had no reason. He actually had no input in this game. Rico Dowdell was 25 of carries for 130 yards and 2 touchdowns. They only scored 16 points.
Okay. I agree with what you're saying, but what I'm saying as a combination, before when I looked at their offense, I was like, okay, this team never has a chance. Now I think on some weeks they have a chance against teams they're playing. I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's not because of Bryce. It's not in any combination because of Bryce. It's because they've literally won because of defense and running the ball. That's the only reason they've won. He has not really engineered anything other than the Falcons. I'll give you the Falcons. 30-0, sure. But I mean, he was hurt for the other game that they won. And then Rico Dowdell went crazy for 2 games.
What's their record now?
4-4.
Jesus. 5-4. 5-4 Panthers. 3-4 Falcons.
They lost to the Cardinals and the Jaguars and the Patriots. They beat the Dolphins. They beat the Cowboys. They beat the Jets. And they beat the Packers. In the game against the Cowboys is when he went for 200 and something yards. Nope, that's 183 yards. Yeah. I think, I don't know if they're married to Bryce. I think Bryce, they're going to end up, if they keep him, it's because they can't find anybody better. Meaning they're not willing to pay like a Kyler or trade for a Kyler contract and to restart again from the draft. I don't think there's anybody in the draft.
At some point, continuity's got to be something. It can't be you just cycling through quarterback after quarterback after quarterback. I mean, you can, but that's also a you thing. That's a you thing. It's a you thing. I assume that you're eventually going to be like, you know what? I'm just not going to keep making the bad decision.
We'll see. I agree that Bryce should be given more time. I think that his development and under this offensive coordinator, under this head coach, is really, really essential to him. But I ain't sold. I mean, he's still gonna have. 11 to 24, 100 yards. You didn't do anything.
But I also think that if I'm like the Steelers I think that he's an upgrade from Stetson Bennett.
For the Rams?
Yeah.
Why do you think he's an upgrade from Stetson Bennett?
I think his ceiling is higher than Stetson. I think he can be a solid quarterback in the right position. I think that Stetson at best could be a high-level game manager.
What? Based off what?
Some of his games. I think he can throw. Yes. I think that he can. I think he has the tools to be a decent quarterback in the NFL. Top tier, maybe not, but mid tier, sure.
Who's a mid tier quarterback right now?
I'm trying to think of what we would consider. I'm trying to think of somebody older and mid tier.
Why'd have to be older? Who's just a mid tier quarterback? He ain't old. Who's a mid tier quarterback?
I mean, because I would put Michael Penix in that, but you don't have enough baseline to go off between the two of those guys at this point. That's the reason I was trying to figure somebody who was a little bit who would have a standard of being both in the NFL for a decent amount of time and at the same time be mid.
A lot of mid people, I'm assuming.
I mean, not really. Tua has either been really good or really bad. I don't know. I don't know if I have enough
You
information.
think Bryce is better than Tua?
No. That's what I'm saying. I think that, and that's tricky. I think that Bryce's future is brighter than Tua's.
Why?
I mean, number one, Tua's injury history. And I think that Miami is just, that place is about to explode. And I don't think that Tua is going to be there past this explosion. But I also don't think that this explosion, he's a part of the reason that that Miami's falling apart. But at the same time, it's not all his fault that Miami is in this current situation.
Why you can't say the same thing about Carolina?
Because Tua's been there a lot longer than Bryce has, ain't he?
It's been what,
Or
2
am I
years?
tripping?
Bryce is in his third year, right?
Is it? Yeah. It's third year. And Tua's in what year?
Tua wasn't drafted by them, was he?
By Miami, yeah. Yeah.
So he's in his what, 5th year? 17, 18, 7th year, 6th year. Has it been 6 years? Tua wasn't drafted by
Yeah.
Miami. He couldn't have been. No, he was knocked out. Yeah, he was unconscious
Yeah.
against Cincinnati.
Right. Tua been there
Did he-
for a minute, man.
I'm not so. The thing is, I'm not sold on Bryce.
Tua is 27 years old.
Yeah, I'm not sold on Bryce. I haven't seen anything to make me think that he's more than what we've seen.
The other part is Bryce is a guy who you could probably get at a decent contract too. I take that into account.
I mean,
if you find a guy that you can get that you feel comfortable that can win, but it's not a super expensive guy, I think that that's golden because you can reallocate that money across your team. So yeah, I think that especially if you like him enough, then yeah, let me pay you a moderate amount and us work together to build a team.
So like a game manager.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's got a lot to prove, but I think also Carolina's looking like, hey, we've kind of been in a very bad, like a poor situation as far as an organization for the better part of 20 years. We need to at least get to a point where they're not even
more success than the Falcons. They got more division championships. The only thing, they've been to the Super Bowl more than we have.
But when was the last time they've been competitive? What? Like legitimately competitive?
Cam? No, it's after Cam.
No.
Cam?
No, it wasn't. Yeah.
Cam? That was what,
even
7 years
even
ago?
in Cam experience, that was like
It was a Super Bowl.
Competitive. Yes. But then after that, it was.
When was the last time Falcons went to playoffs?
What was that? The second, not the last Matt Ryan year, but the second to last Matt Ryan year.
Like 2018? I think 7 years. When was the last time we won the division?
That I don't know the answer.
Yeah. I ain't got to look that up. The last 20 years, they've been better than the Falcons.
When did the Panthers go to the playoffs last?
Cam? Probably 2016, 17, somewhere in there.
I guess. I mean, neither one of us.
The Panthers have been a better organization than the Falcons.
Wild card. No, yeah. Last time they lost in the wild card to the Saints, and then before that was 2015. That's when they went and they lost the Super Bowl. Yeah, 15.
Yeah. They've had more success over the you just said over the 20 years they haven't really been good. And I'm like, well, if you're gonna say that about them, then you got to say they've been better than us.
I guess. I think that the other part about that is our lows haven't been as low. At least not to me, at least. I might be tripping.
I do love that you're a homer. I love that you're a homer, but shit.
These last few
4-13?
years,
4-12?
the last few years for the Panthers have been really bad.
We've been right with them.
I'm talking about organization wise, not just like even when we've been in this situation, we don't have ownership wilding out like their owner was doing. Nah, I think that's different. At least to me, it is.
Okay, sure. We can move on. I don't agree with that at all. We in the same boat as them. They probably they got a little better. They got a nicer boat. They got a stupid captain. They got a nicer boat though. I don't agree with any of that conversation at all. I don't agree that Bryce has proved himself. I don't know if you don't trade him.
I don't think that he's proven himself either. I don't think with the current climate of what's available as far as quarterback, and I think that I've seen him play well sometime. I think that, and then for them, you need to eventually like find a guy that's your guy. I think that you continuously spiraling is not going to help.
We'll find out. Hopefully you're right. Hopefully he is good. I ain't gonna say I don't want him to be good. Hopefully he is good, and that they have found their guy.
And I mean, a harsh reality. What are you going to be able to get that's better than what he is?
You'll never know. But I mean, he's also small. So I mean, he's very small. Quarterbacks ain't really the thing to have anymore either. So
I mean, you're right there.
That can be an issue. But they 5-4, we 3-5. So whatever. I'm not gonna call the Chargers losers. I'm gonna call them unfortunate. The Chargers beat the Titans 27-20. And you may be wondering why I'm saying, hey, that's kind of unfortunate, is because they lost Mighty Joe Alt. Again, out for the season after another high ankle sprain. Surgery. This one a little bit more severe. And the Chargers seem to always have good coaching or decent coaching outside of when they fired the black dude when they shouldn't have. And his replacement was ass, who's not a defensive coordinator for the Saints, who are ass. But they always have the talent. Yep, shooting. But they always get hurt.
These injuries are so bad.
Joey Bosa, when he was there, he's now in San Francisco. But Joey Bosa, not in San Francisco, he's in New England. Buffalo. Joey Bosa had a knee issue. Justin Herbert had concussions that one year. They were really good. Derwin James was having an all-pro year a couple years ago, got hurt. Like, they just always get hurt. And they won this game against Tennessee, who looked bad. Tennessee looks bad. They look awful.
Yeah, that's the part for me. There's nothing that you can take away from a Tennessee Titans game of value. You literally just play them and go home.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Cam. Get out of there. Get out of there if you can. But you can't because you
that roster is awful.
And they trying to trade everybody. They trying to keep 3 people.
Why would I trade for any of these people on your team that are terrible?
I'll get Devondre Sweat. Falcons need to get Devondre Sweat. Defensive tackle from Texas who was really, really good till he got hurt. He's a nose tackle. He's Jordan Davis.
And the Florida kid ran the punt back or the kickoff back. The punt return, 3 returns, 98 yards, took one back, 67 yards. But yeah,
highlight.
I'm not. You can go to hell.
Florida already there.
Nah. Mm-hmm. We on the way up and out.
Titans. You still got to get out of there. You still in hell.
As long as I can now believe that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, I am thrilled. But with that being said, the Titans are throwing everything away. Chargers can score some points.
They're good. I don't know how good they're going to be because Joe Alt, I mean, it's like Orlando Pace.
So sad when you see the notification and it's like, again.
He got carted off again, and I was like, oh, yeah, they're going to go ahead and shut him down. I don't care if it's a 6-week injury. They're going to shut that down.
And if you Justin Herbert, you're like, bro, I need that guy to keep me safe, to be to keep it real with you.
And the way the AFC West is playing out with the Raiders being boo-boo and the Broncos kind of taking off and the Chiefs being inconsistent, this was, to me, it felt like this was the Chargers' year to actually follow through on the expectations. I think last year they had the number one everything, number one defense, number one offense, number one this, number one that. But this year it felt like they were the guys to be able to dethrone the Chiefs and challenge the Broncos. And they started off so hot, which they always do. They always start off 5-1, 7-2, 10-3, and they end up 10-7, 9-8.
They don't play about that high ankle sprain, though. Come on, right on out of there.
Achilles, the way they are. Any type of lower calf, higher ankle.
Come on, right on out of there. We're not doing it.
Bryce Young is 5'10".
And all is a world beater. Let me tell you that right now.
I ain't never seen an offensive tackle make people quit mid-play. They engage, he just stop, and they be like, you know what, you right?
You've also never seen a mounted move in person either. Well, when you that man is massive. Nice. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Speaking of unfortunate, Giants lost Scatterboo last week, and then they lose to the 49ers. Mac Jones gonna make some money somewhere. He's gonna be another one of those guys that where people were thinking, oh, well, I'll draft Arch. Now it's like, man, I'll probably call Mac Jones and see if I can get a 2-year deal out of him and see who he is.
Somebody else just got hurt on that field too. Somebody else out for the season. MetLife Field. Let me tell y'all, you have got. If I'm the team, if I'm the players, I'm boycotting, or I'm putting it that you're gonna have to pay me 100% of my salary plus all incentives if I get hurt on this field, because everybody gets hurt. You've now hurt Scatterboo, who is the White Knight. You have now hurt Malik Neighbors, who is the franchise wide receiver. He tore everything. Like, y'all keep getting people hurt on this field, not to mention all the players that don't play for y'all getting hurt, and you refuse to change it.
I couldn't even imagine if this is your home stadium, you have to risk it every week in and week out.
Dang, Reggie always don't play against home. He always on the injury report against home. I'm not playing at MetLife. I would not play at MetLife Stadium. I don't even care about this game. Christian McCaffrey, they decided to give him the ball 100 million times, and they basically ran them over. But I'm not playing. I'm not playing here, dog. I'm not playing. Everybody gets hurt. Why would I keep doing it? That means you don't give a fuck about us?
Right.
You don't care.
I think they make that very clear in everything that they do that they don't.
And y'all Jackson Dart fans, look, y'all talking about he's so passionate about the game. He's so sad they lost to San Francisco. Jackson Dart with the Mississippi. They lose all the time. This ain't nothing new. He's used to it.
Red said, get used to losing. This is not something.
He's got so much passion. No, the hell he don't. He's just used to it. He tired. I'm tired of losing. I've been doing it my whole last 5 years.
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey, 28 carries. That is criminal. They should be going to jail for that. That's not nice. That's not straight.
Beat your ass. And they didn't run McCaffrey in the beginning of the year like that.
And now they're running him crazy. And then one won't pay you. That's have you begging and pleading for your money. Boy, that's crazy. Next up, Steelers somehow win when you don't expect them to. 27-20 over the Colts after the Colts looked like world beaters. I don't know what to say about this football season. Whatever you believe to be true, it is a lie. And whatever you believe to be a lie, it's true.
So the Steelers did a little bit of coaching. The Steelers have been running basically the base defense all year. Jalen Ramsey and Porter at corner. Jalen Ramsey. I guess if I'm Indianapolis, I'm really mad at Cincinnati because Jamar Chase exposed Jalen Ramsey as being old. But what do most good DBs do nowadays when they're good cornerbacks, when they get a little old, get a little slow, long in the tooth? They go to safety. They put Jalen Ramsey at safety. And instead of running, and they basically call coverages to accentuate his skills as a safety. So they were running more man and cover 4 versus a cover 3. They were blitzing more so that he could jump the route so he didn't have to cover over the top as much. And they caused 5 turnovers. And Indianapolis had not seen that all season. What's interesting about this game is how Indianapolis rebounds, because the knock on Indiana Jones, Danny Dimes, is he's a deer in headlights. Once one thing goes bad, it all goes bad. Unfortunately for the Falcons, we're going to be the guinea pig or experiment because we play them next week in Germany.
In Berlin.
So I think
I want y'all to just acknowledge how bad things are. All my teams lose. Then my next pro game is a NFL Europe game, so I have to get up early in the morning and don't know what the team is going to give us. I'm never going to have anything nice ever again. But
yeah,
Jonathan Taylor looked like a regular human finally. That was good. He's going to run away with the MVP.
The Steelers needed this one.
Offensive player of the year, everything.
Ravens on the way.
What is Mike Tomlin doing? He's just going to just keep doing this forever?
Yeah. Till they decide to mutually part ways, because they're not really going to fire.
No,
they're going to mutually part ways.
And every season he finds a way to win enough games where you would look crazy if you asked to fire the man.
Yeah, he might mess around and win the division this year.
Are they like Super Bowl competitive?
There's not many Super Bowl competitive teams. There's no Super Bowl. You would assume that there's not really. How many Super Bowl competitive teams are there really? In the NFC South, you would say none. AFC West got two.
Are either one of these teams Super Bowl competitive?
The Broncos are 1,000,000% Super Bowl competitors. The Broncos beat the Texans 18-15 in another fourth quarter comeback. Bo Nix and Sean Payton, they get down and then they come back and whoop ass. Now they did play against the CJ Stroudless Texans after he was knocked out.
That boy right on out of there.
Yeah,
Davis Mills cooked though now. And I just knew they was gonna fall apart. Davis Mills is like, hold on, relax.
Yeah, Davis Mills, Jacoby Brissett. Now he gonna come in as a backup and gonna give you some points, but it ain't gonna be much. But the Broncos are the number one team in the trenches on the offensive line and the number one team in the trenches on the defensive line. And when you can have that, plus Patrick Surtain and Sean Payton calling plays on offense, they can make a crazy run.
Bo Nix and Sean Payton are something. I think I feel comfortable saying that. And that's something that I think came from nothing. And I have to give credit where credit is due. That's impressive. I would have just never picked those two guys and said, you know what? This could be legit. I was wrong.
If I'm Drew Brees, I would never say it out loud. I'm a little tight though. Because if Sean Payton does this with Bo Nix, who's everybody perceived as just like, remember, Sean Payton handpicked him and picked him over other quarterbacks that people were like, and you have Russell Wilson, which you just paid all that money. And it was like, why y'all pick Bo Nix? And Sean Payton was like, nah, trust me, I got it. And if he messes around and win with Bo Nix, who everybody believed is not really a great quarterback, but really was a good one.
You got to give him a lot of credit for identifying his guy.
And Drew Brees, that takes a little chink out of your armor, big dog. I hate to say it. I don't want to be that guy.
His numbers are Drew Brees' numbers so high though that he's kind of like unquestionable.
Yeah, they're that high with Sean Payton. It's kind of like you can't say that about Drew Brees. You can't say that about Bill Belichick and give everything to Brady. And then when Brady goes and does it with somebody else, it'd be like, I told y'all. But then if Sean Payton does it with Drew Brees and then goes and does it with Bo Nix, you gotta have the same energy.
I guess I think those two different plateaus, so I hadn't even considered it in the same way. I had to think about it some more.
Texans might be through though.
Already?
Yeah. The Colts are 7-2. They ain't making no wild card.
Hold on. Will you say through? I'm talking about, you think long term or just like for this season?
No, I'm talking about this season. No.
Oh, okay.
Long term. Now you can't say long term. Tank Dell leg he got
right. That's the reason. Right. That's the reason the way you said it. I was like, man, it's no way that they can be like done forever.
No, but I mean, you're
Already.
gonna have to pay CJ. You're gonna have to pay Will Anderson. You're gonna have to pay Tank Dell. You've already paid Nico. Um,
Well, you know,
you're
you
gonna have to
got
pay.
the
I think they
you
paid Stingley.
gotta.
You're gonna have to play
I
Kamari Lassiter. You got Bullock,
I
the
think you're
safety.
gonna have to redraft. That's the reason you made the Laramie Trunchbull trade, was that you got those draft picks because you're gonna have to redraft because you're not gonna be able to sign everybody.
Yeah, but you got to keep them corners, and corners ain't cheap. Kamari Lassiter was a starter from day one.
You're right. I mean, you see what Detroit did? They spent $1 billion. You got $1 billion? Better find it.
Bills beat the Chiefs. Bills beat the Chiefs 28-21 in a not a surprising game. The Bills own the Chiefs during the regular season, and the Chiefs own the Bills when it matters. So this was not. I mean, it's the truth. The Bills always beat the Chiefs in the regular season. Patrick Mahomes whooping their ass in the postseason.
Yeah, boy, pull that pistol out from under that table. Oh, when it matters. Well played, sir.
Am I wrong?
No, you're right. You are right. You are correct. And I did think that Mahomes was gonna find a way to magic this thing, and just didn't. It just really never kind of materialized in the way I think that the Chiefs wanted it to. Bills look good.
This game, Bills are inconsistent. They finally starting to give the ball more to James Cook now, and said, you know what, we'll figure it out from here. I look for the Chiefs to be
Bayless
active
about to hurt himself about third downs with no James Cook, boy.
Who?
Skip Bayless about to hurt himself about James Cook and not in on third down.
Oh yeah. I look for the Chiefs to be buyers at the trade deadline.
Yeah.
Y'all got to get a running back, man. Pacheco's hurt. I do like Kareem Hunt, who they said is it's not the tush push, it's the Hunt bunt. On 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, he's like 95% of converting those or something crazy like that. So I think they need a running back. They've got just about everything else.
Is there
Maybe
anything
consolidate all them receivers into one good one?
Where can you get a running back from?
The Falcons.
No, Lord.
The Cardinals. Cardinals, everybody hurt. They got 3 of them.
They still got 3?
But 2. One's hurt.
Right. Then you ain't gonna get, if they only got 2, they not giving you one. Now the Dolphins, you might be able to get one from.
Who else is on fire sale? Breece Hall. They want a 3rd for Breece.
Oh yeah. Breece would be good.
You can go get one.
Breece would be great, honestly. I don't know.
Frustrating for everybody else in the game.
I don't think that anybody will honestly allow you to do that. You can't trade them, Breece.
Not in the AFC. If he was in the NFC, they would do it.
Bro, we will not speak to you ever again if you trade Mahomes. Breece, are you trying to just? Yeah,
Zamir White from the Raiders would be a good one. You got Ashton Genty. You're not gonna keep him. He'd be another good guy. The Colts. I mean, not the Colts. The Texans got like 4 decent running backs.
Yeah, but none of them really. Nick Chubb ain't been chubbing. Is there Mixon? The other one they got? Not Mixon. Old boy from Florida. But all of it ain't been great. And then this trade deadline,
Kenneth Walker from Seattle. They don't play
this
like
trade deadline should be interesting because teams need to upgrade. But I don't see this as the most desirable market to be trying to upgrade in. I don't think it's a lot out there. I don't love it.
You could get Kenneth Walker from Seattle. I mean, Seattle. But if I'm Seattle, I don't know if I mess with the chemistry of that team as they just beat we told y'all Commanders. Falcons fans told y'all. Commanders. We told y'all. As now, I will say Seattle 38-14, and it wasn't close. It wasn't even that close.
Well, see, the tricky part about this was that number one. his name is Sam Darnold, not Scam Darnold.
Good job.
I'm taking to see out your name. I am going to. I think that he is entitled to some level of compensation for the New York Jets for ruining his identity. I think that we need to investigate the New York Jets and how they will ruin you and make you look like you might not be a good football player when it's really that they're just a really terrible organization. Minnesota Vikings, you played yourself. I think if he's going to continue to be this good, you played yourself.
21 of 24, 330 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 1 interception, which means he was really 21 of 22 of 24. He just threw the ball to the wrong person. So the ball hit the ground twice.
Correct. I think that Seattle has, at least for the foreseeable future, knocked this out of the park. Y'all need to go ahead and re-sign him now.
They already talking about giving him a 3-year deal so he can, by the time he's done, he'll be 33. And then you could 3-year it on out for the rest of his career. They got Jackson Smith and Jigba. They probably need another wide receiver, although Torrey Horton played a hell of a game.
Right. You could probably kind of you could probably put together just some guys who are looking for changes of scenery. And you could probably, like if I'm Stephon Diggs, I might be interested in coming over here. I think that at the end of the season, he's probably not going to have a great Patriots season. I think he's going to be looking to go somewhere where he could probably get some more targets. And I think that'll be fantastic. That level of guy is more what I'm saying. Like a guy who's, I'm not trying to go somewhere and start over with the young guy. And I'm also might not be at the point where I'm just going to give up all of my money and go chase with Mahomes either. Like this could be a happy medium team for a guy.
I don't know. Diggs is on pace for 90 catches and 1,100 yards.
What did he have this weekend?
Nothing. I think he had a touchdown. Stephon Diggs had 3 catches for 38 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah. Should be interesting to see if he wants to stay in New England past this season.
Yeah, I'd take him in Atlanta. Ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, him in the slot, or even and put Mooney in the slot.
It depends on what he thinks he's worth too. That's the biggest thing.
I'm not paying you $40 million. But, I mean, he gonna be asking for the money, and we know why.
But see, that's the thing. I like that guy. If you can find a guy who's kind of good, but not asking for 40, might only be asking for 15, 16, 17, 18. What we had in Darnell Mooney in the first year, that level good.
So 1,000, he had 995 yards receiving, didn't he?
Yeah.
So 1,000-yard receiver for $15 million.
I mean, you're not gonna. If we sign you to a contract for 3 years, you're gonna probably be 1,000-yard receiver one of those 2 years. In the other 2 years, you're probably gonna give me about 700, 750.
If I'm Seattle, I would go all in with Brian Thomas Jr. And I'll have Brian Thomas Jr. and Jackson Smith and Jigba. You have Tyreek Woolen, who they need, who you could probably use as trade bait. You have a couple.
But you're not getting. I'm not paying. They want a first plus for Brian Thomas Jr. Probably not giving a first plus.
I'll give you what. Well, I'm sure you can negotiate because you're gonna be. If they're as good as we think they are, they're gonna be at the end of the first round anyway.
Now, that is a consideration. That makes it way closer to a second.
So so then at that point, and out of the receivers coming out, if you need a receiver in the first round, I don't really see anybody that I've seen so far better than Brian Thomas Jr. that we've seen.
I guess you are. I
Unless
don't
you're
love.
talking about 2027, then I'm not giving
Yes,
that up because now you got Jeremiah Smith, you got Ryan Williams, you got
right.
all of these other
That's
guys.
the real trick bag about this draft is this. People are more, I think, ready for next year's. Not the one coming up, but the one after. This draft, I don't know if it's anything in the draft that is like I have to have.
You're right. But ladies and
Uh,
gentlemen, that has come to the end of episode 2 or the NFL segment of episode 206. Shout out to Master P. The University of New Orleans upsets
Lord.
TCU in basketball in his first game as the GM or president of basketball or something. He just took that role at the University of New Orleans and they upset TCU 78-74. The Privateers.
You think that TCU is upset about losing to the No Limit Soldiers?
No. They're probably out there getting autographs. Kaya Anthony had 15 points off the bench. Now, I'm sure they didn't play anybody.
He be hooping.
Yeah, they played Binghamton.
Also, I forgot. I didn't put this in the basketball thing, but no better time than the present to address this. The Pelicans are currently 0-6. If you're going to be a supporter of this podcast, we're going to be on Pelican Watch every game because we own their first round pick this year unprotected. And this year's draft should be very good. And that draft pick has a very high potential to be a very good draft pick. As
they had a second one too that they traded away. They had 2 top picks this year.
They both traded because I know we traded ours to San Antonio.
No, they traded one last year.
I kind of read that, but I didn't exactly understand all of that. I got to go back and look at that. But I know the one that we have is unprotected, and it is the best situation between us, Milwaukee, and them. Milwaukee's still doing their absolute best to try to win games, and Giannis looks motivated. But the Pelicans are winless. And I went ahead and looked at the next 2 weeks. It looks like they are on pace to do a lot more losing.
They traded their 2026 first round unprotected pick to the Hawks for Derek Queen. They also held the Indiana Pacers 2026 first round pick.
Oh, you're right.
Which they traded back to the Pacers for a 2025 first round pick.
That was like during the playoffs or something too. I remember that vividly.
Yes. So they would have had, and they actually got that as the 23rd overall pick, which they traded to Atlanta, plus the pick for next year to go get Derek Queen. So you would have had 2 top picks because the Pacers are going to be asked. I mean, Tyrese Halliburton's hurt.
Oh, and Obi Toppin probably done for at least the rest of the year, and I would assume probably the rest of the season. Stress fracture.
So you would have had, you could have gotten Boozer and AJ DeBenson, and you could have moved off. You could have moved off Zion. You could have moved off a lot of people. But
and you still have, the crazy part is the roster is still solid. I just don't understand. You're getting punished by 30 points and not at least playing Derek Queen and let him get some minutes on the floor if you're going to lose and you don't have control of your pick. That's the reason that the Hawks didn't tank. Because we didn't have control of our picks. Doesn't make any sense to lose, help somebody else's draft position. Least you could do is play your guys and let them get some experience.
Yeah,
they're gonna fire Willie Green though, but I think that whole Pelican situation has been bad, and everybody's better getting out of there.
Worst situation: Pelicans, Cleveland Browns, Cincinnati Bengals, Oakland A's.
Oakland A's is the no. Oakland A's is not the worst situation. I'm gonna tell you why. because they're going to get rich on the. They just have to go through. Once you get on the other side of the tunnel, it's going to be milk and honey. They're going to print their own money. They will be fine. I think that Cleveland Browns situation is so bad because you're attached to your boy and also what he's attached to. I think that's the worst part. Like the Pelicans, the Pelicans will eventually, everybody will just disseminate and kind of go in their own direction. The Cleveland Browns, you're stuck with Watson and besmirched by the rumors that comes with. And you're with him for a minute too. And you drafted 2 quarterbacks that won't have a place to play next year.
So Cleveland's worse than Cincinnati.
Cleveland Browns is the current worst situation in sports, other than maybe the Los Angeles Clippers. I think the Clippers only.
I'm about to say Clippers. I take the Clippers versus Cleveland. But ladies and gentlemen,
What?
come to the NFL
You are under a federal investigation. One thing to lose. I do not want to be investigated by the Federal Bureau of Investigation. I'm good.